Hey, how are you? This is Claire. How are you? Like my new mask? I have a few new ones, and this one I'm wearing today because I'm watching the documentary on Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Did I get that right? I dissent. I dissent with Ruth. Well, time for my weekly update on my journey back to thin. I really didn't lose any weight this week. Last week, to my surprise, I lost was it half a pound or something? This week, it's going to be 0 pounds. Hopefully I didn't gain anything. Just taking it easy. I haven't eaten very much spirulina this week. I've had a few Vega ones, but not too much. Not like last week. Last week I ate more of my new foods. Haven't had the celery juice yet. Been putting that off. My celery is getting old. I hope it's still okay. I know it's most nutrient rich when it's fresh, and I'm defeating the purpose when I let it sit in my refrigerator, but I'll just have to do it the way I've got to do it. I still don't have my cheesecloth, but I do have little strainers that my husband has located for me, and I should just wake up and do it one day, right? Tomorrow morning I'll wake up and do it. See, because I want to do it the way you're supposed to do it, I won't just make some now. You know, I should just make some now. Who cares if I'm supposed to do it first thing in the morning? I can't do it the way you're supposed to do it. I have to just start somewhere. I'm gonna... Maybe I'll stop this video and make some and drink it in front of all of you. Why not? Why should I wait any longer? So what? It's not the beginning of the day. I'm not going to get the full benefit, but at least I've begun. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to make up some celery juice as best as I can. I don't know what I'm doing, and this is why I don't start, because it seems so overwhelming. I don't know what to do, how to do it. I'm just going to do it the best way I can figure out, okay? And I'll be drinking it in a moment, okay? Stay tuned. Hey, I'm back. And I have a little companion here. Can you see her? This is Lily. She is snuggling up in my place while I was gone, and she's letting me share the seat here. Right, Lily? Right? So I did my best. Celery juice. No juice, just chopped celery in my blender. I no juice. So I just chopped up like a bunch of celery, took off the older pieces, and I mean that I pushed liquefy. And this is the best I got. There was nothing to strain. It's just chopped celery. And I added some Kangen water. What else am I... And this is what I have here. This is Kangen water mixed with chopped celery. I can't get celery juice out of it. Now, maybe it's a dehydrated bunch of celery, and maybe ordinarily when you put it in the blender, there's more fluid, more juice. Let me refer to the book. This is the book I'm talking about, Cleanse to Heal, by the medical medium, Anthony William. And let's see what we got here. I gotta turn to celery. Celery juice. Okay, so it's one bunch of celery. You rinse it, cut it. Okay, to make celery juice in a blender, uh, you trim about a 1/4 inch off the base of the celery bunch if desired to break apart the stalks. You rinse it, you place it on a cutting board and chop into 1-inch pieces. That's kind of what I did. I didn't read this first. I just winged it. Place the chopped celery in a high-speed blender and blend until smooth. Well, I push liquefy. That is the finest I can chop it, or blend it. And if it doesn't liquefy with that, on that speed or that setting, I don't think it's going to liquefy any further. It says don't add water like I did. I did it all wrong. Use your blender's tamping tool if needed. I guess that's the little thing where you push it in, and I did that with a wooden spoon and everything. Strain the liquefied celery well. No straining necessary. I mean, it was just chopped celery. A nut milk bag is handy for this. Drink immediately on an empty stomach for best results. Wait at least 15 to 30 minutes before consuming anything else. Okay, so I better consume this now. I know I did what I wasn't supposed to do and add water because there was no juice. It was just chopped little pieces, little fine. Okay, Dean just came through. All right, so I ran out of memory. I had to delete something on my camera. All right, so I'm going to just taste this. I did it all wrong. Yeah, added cog water because there was no juice in the celery. It was just chopped celery. And so let me just see what all the little pieces of chopped celery taste like within cog and water. Cog and water. I have a cog and water machine. We got it for Dean when he refused to take medication. And back in 2018, I thought maybe it could help him get better without medication. Yes, it improved both of our health, but no, it did not replace medication for Dean. But we had to try because he refused to take medication, and that was the condition. I said, if you're not going to take medication, we have to get a cog and water machine. And I was going to be selling them, and it ended up to be really hard. I ended up spending that's where a lot of my business losses were in 2018. It was crazy, my business losses, and made nothing. Cog and water machines are very expensive, and usually the people who are looking for great business opportunities on Craigslist are not in a financial situation to buy one. My business partner had this system where she would help them get credit, and they would put it, on credit cards they'd obtain using her instructions, which is a really, really bad idea. So I'm glad I didn't make any money doing that and putting people in debt. But I certainly got in serious debt because, that was one of the situations that put me in serious debt at that time and contributed to our hardship. But I am so glad we got a cog and water machine. I don't think we understand how much having I forget the term Enagic uses. That's the company that produces the cog and water machines. They're made in Japan. Oxygenated, is that right? Or it's not oxidized. That's bad. There's oxygen in cog and water, and it nourishes your body with oxygen. It puts it in it like breaks down the molecular structure of oxygen so your cells can absorb the oxygen more readily and really healthy. There's nothing like changing your water to change your life, and I think that's their little quote at Enagic, change your water, change your life. It's really true. I mean, I know it can seem subtle and you forget how it's changing your life. But as soon as you stop drinking it, you do notice a difference. And, you know, a lot of celebrities have Kangen water machines, and I'm pretty sure that's because it really helps men who don't function fully. You know, Dean noticed a difference right away. I mean, it was... Okay, so I'm running out of space on my camera. I gotta, like, get all the stuff off my camera from years ago and last year, and make some space for new filming. Both my internal and memory card are just packed. But anyway, I deleted some recent stuff that I know I downloaded already or uploaded, whatever. And but anyway, so I just tasted my celery water. It's celery water because I added water like I'm not supposed to. But little small pieces of celery chopped up in water, in Kangen water. And I was talking about Kangen water and how I know why a lot of celebrities swear by it, because, you know, it helps guys function. My husband has no problem functioning with me, never has. He just has trouble functioning with other women. He can only function with me, and that's his complaint. But his function with me improved with Kangen water. So he doesn't drink it enough, though. I don't know why. I mean, I would think if I were him and I saw what it did for me, you know, and I want to be at my peak performance, you know, with all women, I'd be drinking it all the time. But I don't know, he slacks off and doesn't drink enough. I don't drink enough either. I used to give it to my dog Dixie, our dog Dixie. She used to love it. It's just, you know, it's an expensive machine, and you don't want to... I don't give it to my animals now. When I have extra Kangen water, I put it in their water dish. I add it to the regular water. I just... It's you know, you have to maintain the machine. You have to buy filters. You have to have it cleaned every so often, you know, and it can be kind of expensive if you're, you know, using up a lot of water. And so I don't give it to my aunt. When we had one dog, I did, and then I stopped, and I just pour it in when I have extra and mix it in with their regular water. And I think it helps all of us. Oxygen heals and cleans, and you know, disease can't live in an oxygenated environment. So, all right. So I've been drinking a little of this, and it's tasty. I like it. Crunchy. It's good. I think it's healthy. I know the guy said not to add any water, but I still think it's good for you. And it's good. I don't know if I can drink this whole thing. This is a whole bunch of celery. I mean, it's I reduced it a little bit because there were some old, softer stalks, and I removed them. So it was a kind of small bunch by the time I was through. And you know, I think when you put water with it, it does become like a celery juice that you can drink. And maybe I'll just let it steep, right? Well, not really steep, but soak, and then I'll put it through one of my little strainers over there in my kitchen and drink the water. Why not? I mean, you know, it's supposed to be juice, but maybe water will do. So I just had, you know, this is a cherry Coke I got at a restaurant, and I've been sipping it. You're not supposed to drink anything or eat anything together with it, but I'm just not doing it the way I'm supposed to. I'm just doing it the way I want to for now, and I'll get better as I adjust things as I go. Yeah, I try not to drink diet soda anymore, because ever since my dog Dixie died, she told me, it reminded me that diet soda causes cancer. And, I've known this, but I've been in denial, and it gets so hot. You just want a fresh, cool soda to cool down. And, you know, I'm not, bright line eating people do not drink soda. I still do. I'm not a bright line eating person, even though I'm affiliated with the program and around it. I'm not a very good example of that kind of lifestyle, but I like being around it and learning from it and implementing some of the plan to my life in little bits and pieces maybe, but a little bit is better than nothing. And but that's why I avoid diet soda now, because of what she reminded me of. And I'm drinking regular soda on occasion. And, I usually opt for iced tea. Down here it's sweet tea or unsweet tea. And I opt for unsweet tea that I sweeten usually with Splenda, because that's what's readily available. But I prefer stevia. Stevia is natural, and I don't think there's any problem with stevia. I think it's a healthy sweetener. And yeah, bright line eating people don't believe in anything powdered. They believe it's, brings out the drug quality of all foods, the addictive quality of all foods. And if you're susceptible to that in foods, it's going to cause you problems. But I'm still eating sweeteners. Vega 1 is a powdered food, and it's a shake, in powdered form. And I like Vega 1, and it helps me not eat junk. And, it's something sweet, so I won't eat things sweet. Not that I really eat very many sweet things, but I am drinking regular soda on occasion rather than diet soda. So, my A1C might have gone up a little bit since my doggy died. But I think I'm okay, and I'm going to get better and better. So I guess that sums up where I'm at. I'll try to get my camera in order before recording the video for my episode of my podcast this week. Please subscribe and like my video. Smash that like button. Watch my videos to completion. I hope you enjoy them. If you have any questions, go ahead and, eyeswideopenquestions@gmail.com. You can send all your questions there, not just Eyes Wide Open questions. Eyes Wide Open is my podcast. Please, if you have any questions regarding any subject matter in my videos, anywhere, please just email your feedback, your thoughts, your questions to that email address, eyeswideopenquestions@gmail.com, and I'll address them. Anyway, till later, have a good one, and see you later.